Hi guys, and welcome to another video. I came across this visualization technique a few years ago, and it helped me dispel old negative beliefs I had been carrying around. I want to share it with you. So imagine you're walking along when you get hit with a brilliant idea. The more you think about the idea, the more you realize you're a genius and that this idea is going to make you a millionaire, right? Wrong. Before you know it, in comes the onslaught of negative self-talk. The nasty comments and insults. It's like there's a little monster inside our brains whose sole purpose is to pull us down and make us feel awful. The good news is, you can remove these negative beliefs and free yourself from the mental prison your little mind monster has built for you. One thing to acknowledge about this little guy is that he's actually not your enemy. In telling you you can't accomplish something, he's trying to stop you from taking risk. The reason he does this is to protect you from being hurt or experiencing the frustration of failure. Remember, he's been there your whole life, and he's watched you fall and get hurt. His job is to protect you. Negative self-talk comes from our experiences in childhood. The things our parents, siblings, friends, or mentors told us over and over again. Over time, we began to identify with these phrases, and they became our own personal internal dialogue. We got used to the familiar feeling of inferiority. Now you're an adult, but you're doomed to live in the shadow of all this deep-seated negativity. Or are you? The one constant in this life is change. The past has already happened, and no amount of reliving it will ever bring it back. You've been evolving, learning, and growing since the moment you were born. Something you believed in strongly 10 years ago isn't necessarily what you believe today. If our beliefs never changed, we would all still believe in Santa and the Tooth Fairy. Each year, you grow wiser, and your consciousness expands. So why should you be stuck with past negative beliefs that don't serve you today? Being the powerful emotion that it is, fear is the driving emotion for our little monster, and he uses it to keep you safe. But you can turn him into an ally if you change his motivation from protection to positive support. Positive affirmations are one useful way to change the negative landscape in your mind, but the box technique can help you get really specific. Here's what you do. Sit down with a paper and pencil at a time when you know you will not be disturbed. Write something positive about yourself. It might feel strange to be so self-affirming, but just go with it. Then listen to the negative chatter that emerges. Try to hear clearly what it says and then write it all down. Don't worry about it sounding petty or harsh. Just write it down. Next, look at the first negative phrase and begin to dig down to its roots. Who said this to you? Whose voice does it sound like? Sometimes the answer might surprise you. You might feel anger toward that person for having put you down, and that's perfectly normal and healthy. Once you've identified the culprit, put down your paper and pencil and close your eyes. Now we begin the visualization. Take a few deep breaths and relax your body. Visualize the negative phrase along with all the emotions it evokes in your mind. Get it as clear as you can. Then visualize yourself putting it all into a box, whatever type of box that feels right to you. Imagine the person that gave you this belief is standing in front of you, and when you're ready, tell that person that you no longer have any use for their belief, that you have outgrown it, and it no longer serves you. Tell them they can now take their belief back, and when you're ready, hand them the box. Say goodbye and let that person and their belief leave your mind. Feel good about releasing that old negative belief. If you find you need to do this multiple times, remember, you are retraining the little guy in your mind, and it takes time. I hope this simple but effective technique helps you release some of the negative beliefs you've been carrying around for far too long. It's time to embrace a more authentic you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if you try this technique in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.